We're ready to go online with the video inspection. Go ahead, Diver.
Thanks, Topside. So yeah, we're gonna kick off the video inspection first, while we wait to see if the client does want to have this reservoir in fact cleaned or not. But we're gonna go ahead and start here at the 12 o'clock position. We have the internal ladder, which is secured to the dry riser. It runs up the center of the reservoir. And right next to that ladder, we do have the IPT Mixer, which this one currently is not working, so we will be pulling this out and replacing it with the new one. So looking at the ladder does appear to be in excellent condition. Not really seeing anything as far as corrosion goes, just some staining and adhered sediment kind of throughout. The cable climb system does appear to be nice and tight and intact. And then looking at the riser right behind the ladder, riser does appear to be in excellent shape. Again, some staining and adhered sediment, but not seeing any evidence of corrosion at this time. Here about the 130 position or so, we have the internal overflow. And looking at the overflow below the water line here, looks to be in excellent condition. Again, some staining and adhered sediment, but pretty good condition so far. And looking at the floor, there is, for the most part, at the bottom of the bowl, just a light skiff of iron sediment. You can still see some of the coating through the sediment. That's how light it is. Looking at the pad eyes, not seeing any evidence of corrosion there, and everything appears to be in good condition so far. Going past the 3 o'clock position into quadrant 2. Looking at the riser again, appears to be in excellent shape. And no corrosion that I've seen so far, just some adhered sediment and staining kind of throughout. All these little anchor points here, nice and secure, no corrosion forming on them. And looking at the floor here in quadrant 2, again, just a light skiff of iron sediment. And everything does appear to be in pretty good shape so far. All the welds look to be in good condition. I'm not seeing any evidence of corrosion at this point. And now at about the 9 o'clock position here, going into quadrant 4. And looking at the floor again, just a light skiff of sediment. And all the welds appear to be in good shape and not able to see any signs of corrosion right now. And then the riser, again, like all the way around it, just some slight staining and adhered sediment throughout. All the welds look to be in good condition. Do have some sags and runs in the coating, but again, no corrosion. And let's see, here about the 10 o'clock position or so, we do have the common inlet outlet. Common inlet outlet does appear to be in good condition, and not seeing any evidence of corrosion, just some staining and adhered sediment. It does have the safety grate over it, which also looks to be in good condition, and no evidence of corrosion along any of the welds. And this piece of plumbing is about 15 inches internal diameter, and looks to be about 1/2 inch thick steel. And we have a rise of, let's see, about 11-inch rise. So let's kind of venture around this piece of plumbing, and all looks to be in good condition and free of obstruction. And then here about the 10:30 position or so, we do have the manway, which is affixed to the bottom of the bowl. The manway does appear to be in excellent shape. Again, do have some light staining as well as a light skiff of sediment on top of it. But not seeing any evidence of corrosion at this time. And this manway does appear to be approximately 24-inch internal diameter. And laying on the floor here, next to the manway, is part of the cathodic protection system. As you can see, these reference cells right here laying on the floor. But all cables appear to be intact. I'm not seeing any breaking or fraying of those cables. And then we've got another one out here in front of us, which goes up to the spider web-like construction. But overall, cathodic protection does appear to be in good condition. And that brings us back to the 12 o'clock. And just behind and below the internal ladder, we do have what appears to be a drain. And this drain is approximately 4.5 inches internal diameter. And it's about an inch thick. Drain does appear to be in good condition. Not really seeing much for corrosion, just primarily adhered sediment and staining. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and venture out towards the wall of the reservoir and just kind of take a look around at everything. And I'm going to go counterclockwise at this time. So, swimming out to the cathodic protection system here. You see, it is all intact and in good condition. And it does appear to be doing its job, as I really do not see any evidence of corrosion within the reservoir right now. All the weld seams appear to be in good condition, free of corrosion. And here we are. This is kind of the seam at the top of the bowl right here. And swimming along it. Again, just a light skiff of sediment. Really not too much buildup of sediment over the past 4 years. I'm just continuing to venture around here. And here's a pad eye anchor point where part of the cathodic system is attached.
Could you look a little higher, diver?
And that pad eye does appear to be in pretty good condition. No corrosion. I do see some sags and runs of the coating, but other than that, it looks to be in excellent shape. And here's kind of looking down at the bowl, down towards the riser, and again, you can see just a light skiff of sediment. And we're now here about quadrant 2 or so. And looking around, we're still not seeing any evidence of corrosion. Primarily just some light layer of sediment, as well as some light staining kind of throughout. But overall, everything looks to be in good shape here. So I'm going to go ahead and venture back to the ladder, and we'll go further up the water column. Once I get past the spider webbing for the cathodic protection system, we'll swim out to the outer walls and take another look at those. So as I continue my ascent, looking at the ladder here, really not seeing too much as far as corrosion goes. We've got a few little concentration cells starting to form kind of along some of these welds. but it does appear to be pretty minor. More staining than anything. And looking at the cable and chain for the mixer that's currently in here, everything appears to be nice and secure and intact so far. And here we are at the overflow again, looking at it further up the water column. Again, just some light staining. No real evidence of corrosion at this time. We're kind of looking out here. You can see the floats with all the line and wires for the cathodic protection. All of them appear to be attached and in good condition. I'm not seeing where any cables or line have come detached. So now that I'm above that, we'll go ahead and swim out, check out the middle walls. And we're approximately halfway up from the bottom of the reservoir right now. But as we swim out, you can see walls are in excellent condition. No evidence of corrosion, just some light staining, as well as some light adhered sediment kind of throughout. All the welds appear to be in excellent condition as well. And again, here we are right up against the wall, looking at the welds. You see a little spatter on the welds right next to them, but appear to be in excellent shape. Really no corrosion. Do have some staining coming down. Looks to be from the wall to roof seam or upper walls, as we are just below the water line right now. And also there is quite a change of water temperature from the top from the bottom. So it'll be definitely good to get the broken mixer replaced to help keep water temperature consistent throughout. And here we are looking above the water line now. We do have a painter's ring. It goes all the way around. And that painter's ring does appear to have some surface corrosion as well as intergranular corrosion forming on it, which has also resulted in quite a bit of staining. But looking at the wall to roof seam, appears to be in pretty good condition. Looks like there may be some areas of light corrosion, but pretty minor at this time. And looking at the roof, again, we do have some light surface corrosion forming along the seams of the roof supports where they're attached to the roof panels.
Can you duck your camera, please, diver?
And here we are at the secondary hatch. And just swim over to that. Secondary hatch does appear to be missing a gasket, as I could see plenty of daylight kind of shining through. And that is right about the 1 o'clock position, and also some light surface corrosion around the perimeter of it. And go ahead and make our way towards the overflow, and kind of here's another aerial view of the bowl. As as you see, it looks like a lot of sediment. However, it's just a light skiff. And if we are to clean this, we wouldn't be going all the way up the walls of the bowl. We usually go up about as far as we can push our cleaning gear, which is approximately a 45-degree angle. And as we approach this overflow, looking at it above the water line, looks to be in excellent shape. We do have some sags and runs of the coating, as well as some light surface corrosion in a few small areas. And just kind of swimming around, taking a look at it. Looking at the riser. The riser does appear to be in excellent shape. Not seeing any corrosion on it whatsoever. But right around the center, you see some small areas of uniform surface corrosion. And looks like there are several cathodic protection covers on the roof of the reservoir. Okay, looks to be about 12 of them or so, kind of throughout. And again, here we are about the 6 o'clock position on the back side of the riser. Taking a look at it. Okay, it looks to be in excellent condition. No evidence of corrosion on the riser. Again, just seeing that light surface corrosion along the roof, primarily along the welds. We do have the vent at the 9 o'clock position. And the vent also has some light surface corrosion as well as some staining. The vent screen does appear to be intact, as well as the gasket material there. So that all looks to be in good shape. And that pretty much covers everything within the reservoir. Again, it's a real light skiff of iron sediment on the floor of the reservoir, as well as some staining, but currently no evidence of corrosion on the floor or walls. Everything looks to be in good shape there. I got a few small isolated areas of corrosion on the internal ladder, but all the safety cable climbing gear appears to be intact and in good condition. And then above the water line, again, just some light areas of surface corrosion, but with the staining actually makes it look to be a lot worse than it really is. But all in all, I'd say this reservoir is in excellent shape. So with that, we're going to go ahead and conclude the inspection, and I'm going to head back down and see if we can't get this old mixer out of here. So topside, you can go ahead and conclude video for the time being.